Hi folks, Bob Krebs, Sales Manager at Pure Pursuit Automotive, here tonight to introduce you to our beautiful newest acquisition, this 2013 Jaguar XFR-S. This is one tremendous performance vehicle. This has 550 horsepower, 5.0 liter, supercharged, 32 valve, V8, Generation 3 engine. This is one fantastic engine. This is a remarkable vehicle. It's got the RS badging down here, and as you can see, the Jaguar cat design, a lot of big open air space here to pull all that air in to fuel that engine because it's pretty hungry. And of course, you got this beautiful Polaris white paint that is absolutely fantastic. The car itself on the headlights has adaptive headlights with intelligent high beams. And as we go around to the side of the vehicle, it's got 20-inch Veruna ceramic polish wheels with the perfect offset red calipers on them. Big disc brakes. Jaguar badging here. These are heated mirrors in aluminum so that that way it melts off any ice or snow should that accumulate on the vehicle if you're driving it in winter weather or inclement weather. Fantastic. Leather in and out with the white accents on it. Of course, you got the crosshatch design here as well. In the black and the silvers to match, to offset it. As we come around to the back, you can see that we've got the parking sensors back here, and here, which are going to alert you if you're backing into anything. Got the big, huge exhaust ports in the back here that you're going to hear in just a second to let all that exhaust out. You got a lot of space here in the back of this trunk here, and as you can see, it goes all the way through here. And toward the front, you've got, again, that ski hatch where you can, that pops forward, and you can use that for either skis or you can use it for things that just necessarily don't fit all the way inside the vehicle. And should you need to, you've got the space in the area here with the spare tire. And of course, the battery is back here should you need to jump it because there's no room up front in that engine. So as I close that, I'm going to bring you down to this here. As you pull this shut, of course, you can see the RS Sport badging as well. This is the rear camera that you utilize to be able to see when you're backing the vehicle. And of course, the beautiful Jaguar cat badging. And here on top, you've got this fantastic composite wing here. So this is really part and parcel of what holds that vehicle down at higher speeds as you're going traveling or doing any kind of sport driving. So, all right, this thing is warmed up, all ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up, and we're going to take it out for a test drive. You just saw the outside exterior of it. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the interior. Again, you got the beautiful Jaguar cat detailing inside here and badging. And from the left, we're going to start over here. You've got the cockpit console, and starting on the very left of the three dials here, you've got the speedometer, goes up to 190 miles per hour. The center basically gives you several different pieces of information. The fuel left in the vehicle. You got the temperature outside, lets you know whether you're in park, reverse, neutral, drive. And also you got a clock, and then the right is the tachometer on the vehicle so that you can measure the engine RPMs. The unique thing about this vehicle, as in a lot of these sport badged vehicles, is that the center console has redundant controls on the steering wheel, so that way you don't have to take your eyes off the road. As you're driving on the highway, if you need to turn the music up or down, you can do that from the left side over here. Switch modes on the internal computer of the screen here. You've got your Bluetooth over here to operate your telephone, and then of course you have the different types of transfer over here as far as utilizing your steering wheel for, you've got your paddles here also as well, and we're going to talk a little bit about how the paddles work. They essentially turn this vehicle from a regular automatic vehicle into an 8-speed manual transmission by the use of these paddles. The right side, each pressing takes the gear up, and the left side, each pressing takes the gear down. So got your cruise control set in here as well. We'll go to the center console here, and it's all touch screen. This is your home menu here, and this kind of acts as your valet. And you can go to all of these different locations. Electronic information for the vehicle appears here. So for example, go to audio video here, and you've got your music, radio, and you can preset all of your channels here to whatever you wish. And then you can go to satellite radio as well if that's what you wish to get Sirius. Going back, you go to your navigation screen. When you're ready to either put in a destination, you can set your destination up and program that into the computer, and it'll take you there. It will also show you real time where you're at specifically within the city as you drive around. So, and then as you go back one more time, you've got climate control. This is going to give you the air conditioning. It's going to be able to set up whether or not you've got it's synchronized or you want it automatic. You can also set the left from the right. The driver can set a different variation temperature from the right side to the passenger side. And of course your front seats, you can also have climate control in the seats. You can warm the seats up. So again, going back to this, it also takes you to each of these, to the setup menu, and again to the audio settings as you need. You can set all this up. And again, this is your trip A, trip B, and trip computer. And you can also set this over to voice control. And of course you've got your systems that maintain the GPS of the vehicle at all times. Here in the center console, this is again redundant controls. You got your menu that pulls this up, which is the main menu, your phone menu that it'll go to search and get your phone device lists, Bluetooth, etc. This is your navigation menu, which takes you back to that. Of course, you've got your hazards lights here in the very center. You got your CD/DVD player here in the center. And of course, you've got your manual controls here for the air conditioning and the climate control of the vehicle. You can set the volume here to the radio as well with this control. And on the right side here, you've got your fan control for the fan speed motor to determine how fast you want and how much air you want blowing or how little air you want blowing. And of course, you can set this to auto as well and recirculated air. The shifter, if you will, in this vehicle is typical in a Jaguar, and that is it is a round device in the center. And I'll demonstrate that here in just a second as I put it into a gear. It's very, very simple. To go to another gear, such as reverse, you just twist it to the right, neutral, drive, or back again to park. And then should you shut the vehicle off, which I'll do now, it will depress and go out of the way and go flush with the surface of the vehicle. These will also shut down as well, so that way there's nothing open and there's no dust going in those and collecting when the car is just sitting. I'll go ahead and start it up again, and as you'll see, those will open up, and this will pop up, giving you access to be able to put it in the gear that you wish. You can also set different types of modes up here. Sport mode for the vehicle, which stiffens the suspension. You've got traction here that will give your vehicle more traction in inclement weather, such as snow, rain, or something like that, and will stop the car from skidding as well, should you get into a skid. Got your parking brake here to set on or off. And then you've also got this, which is a kind of a small storage area here. You got a cigarette lighter here, or a 12-volt adapter. Then, of course, you've got a place to put beverages here. And then inside the very center console, you've got an area here that you can plug in a 12-volt USB port or just an auxiliary cord into the car itself. So, and of course, you've got some storage space there as well. We'll go ahead and move to the top part of the car here. Another interesting portion here. You've got this Alcantara interior here that is a beautiful suede that accents the vehicle itself as well. And you got the moonroof here, or sunroof, whichever you decide, that you've got an auto open here. If you decide, you just depress it once and it opens the entire way. And of course, you got the wide open space here that you can enjoy as you're driving. And should you decide that you want to close that, it's also got an auto close feature as well. And if you want, you can either leave this open to have the light shine through, or you can close this if you wish as well to keep any ultraviolet radiation coming down through here too. So, and of course you got your lights up here that you can have for the driver, or the light up here that you've got for the passenger, should you need a reading light, either for looking at something, reading a map, or if the passenger decides they want to read while you're driving, you've got that as well. Rear view mirror, fully functional. And then on the left side of the vehicle here, you've got all of your controls for the door, opening it. You've got your power windows for the front windows, the back windows, lock, unlock, and of course you've got your mirror control over here. By depressing the left side and then utilizing the toggle control here, you can set the mirror to wherever you want, and conversely, the same thing with the right. One other thing I'll show you here is the steering wheel has a very unique feature, is that it's very adaptive. Should I decide that I want this steering wheel forward and up, I'm going to depress that. Steering wheel is going to go forward. If I want it up, I'm going to stop and go ahead and push that up. Steering wheel is going to automatically size that. So that way, pretty much whatever size you are, tall, medium, small, whatever, you can adapt this vehicle to your height in your most comfortable driving position as well. So in my case, I'm going to bring that back since I'm pretty tall. I've got my legs all the way down here, but I want to bring the steering wheel back here so I don't have to feel like I'm leaning forward. So now the steering wheel, I'm very comfortable at 10 and 2 with my hands here and ready to drive. So, that is exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead and take this for a great test drive. What we're going to do is going to take it around in a couple little different areas in town here to where you get an idea of some in-town city driving and just a little bit on the outside on a straightaway to give you an idea of the performance of this vehicle and the creature comforts of it as well. First of all, I tell everyone when you start off, make sure of your surroundings. This has got obviously the backup camera here, which allows you to see everything as you're backing. In this case, I'm going to give you just a little bit of an experiment, or we're going to do an experiment here and give you a little bit of an example of how this works. You can see we've got a beautiful vehicle back here, one of our vehicles that I'm backing toward. And obviously if you were backing toward this and you were getting a little close, here's how the backup camera works. It starts giving you that little warning that you're just a little bit close to something. And of course, as you close in on it, that gets a little bit faster in warning you. So we're going to go ahead and go forward and make sure we don't hit that. So again, I'm obviously able to walk around that and move it and not run into it. So, all right. As the sun goes down, we'll go ahead and take this thing on a bit of a drive here. This is literally a performance vehicle that is also a luxury sport vehicle combined. This is something that is almost unimaginable as far as power goes. 550 horsepower packed into a vehicle that is also so comfortable and has all of the creature comforts that you can imagine for going on a trip, for driving around town, or just generally just enjoying driving. I'm going to give you just an example here of the acceleration power of this 550 horsepower. Look around here real quickly at my surroundings and away we go. And that gives you kind of an idea of how swiftly it accelerates, but at the same time doesn't lose control. And during that entire time, I felt completely in control of the vehicle because it was. It's very responsive, handles very well, and gives you the feeling at all times that you're completely in control of this vehicle. Beautiful black interior here. I love this at night with the way that the white stitching runs through here. The different colorations you've got on the kind of composite you've got. You see the engine kind of just shut down there for a second, and that means that it's not wasting a lot of fuel sitting at stoplights. And of course, as soon as I touch the accelerator, it's ready to go again. I'm going to demonstrate now what the paddle shifters are. What these do are turn a vehicle that's an automatic that typically shifts automatically for you into a vehicle that you can take down into whatever gear you want. In this case, it's got 8 total gears. I'm in second now, and you have a little readout here that shows you what gear you're in. I'm going to take it down to first. Then I'm going to punch into it second, third, fourth, fifth. So again, you can do that all the way through all 8 gears. And then of course, when you're done, you can the vehicle can go back into regular mode so that you can either decide to shift manually, or you can decide that you're going to drive the vehicle just in regular drive. So this is one fantastic vehicle, I got to tell you. I've been in a lot of cars with Pure Pursuit Automotive, but I got to tell you, some of the vehicles, Maseratis and some of the Lamborghinis that I've even driven in my life, this vehicle is fantastic. I love this car. It's priced right, it's priced aggressively, and it's priced to sell to the right person who truly gets a car enthusiast's dream of driving something like this. So again, folks, thanks for coming on the ride with us tonight. I'm Bob Krebs, sales manager with Pure Pursuit Automotive. This is our beautiful new 2013 Jaguar XFR-S, and I would definitely invite you to come down and take a look at this vehicle. Certainly look at it online. You can also call and reach us anytime at area code 816-659-3027, or you can go to purepursuitauto.com. See you then. Thanks a lot.